Yeah, alright. Alright. Oh! Alright. Sorry, chat. Another late start. I've been feeling like shit all day. But how's the music?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Feeling like shit all day.
Verifying ID.
Par for the course. I feel like
Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked
everybody's
until
tired of
departure.
hearing me say that
All
every
clear.
fucking day. But
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
it does not change the fact that it is true. Yeah. Missed work today, feeling like shit. High fever, puking every fucking hour or so, but also pretty sure I have a UTI, which is crazy, but the symptoms don't lie. Yeah, anyways, I meant to start the stream a lot sooner anyways, but then I forgot that the Stanley Cup Finals started today, so had to watch that game. Went into overtime. Thought Florida had it. They were up 3-1, but then they decided to throw it all away, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at. I want Edmonton to win either way, but yeah, I definitely thought Florida had that first game. Good game. Oh yeah, unreal game, unbelievable.
Pig set fragile up, huh?
Eavesdropping again.
It's all in your cuff logs.
One penalty cost the game.
The Cairo network, we were able
Yeah,
to restore
you definitely can't make
State's
those
original
mistakes,
archives.
man.
The records corroborate her story.
Don't need you to tell me what's true and what ain't. I could hear it in her voice.
That's why I was literally just trolling Bobby in our group chat about it.
No reservations about working with her then, I hope.
Because I was saying, he said the same thing, and I said champions don't make mistakes, and he said, what are you talking about? The champions did make a mistake. And I was like, I hit him with the old UFC, you're not a champion until you defend your title type thing, which is funny to say in an NHL sense, because that would make 90% of the champions not champions, because teams rarely go back to back. You rarely defend your title. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's a good sign. I mean, honestly, it just comparatively to last year. I mean, obviously, it's a great sign. You know, obviously, it's a good thing Edmonton gets one on the board this early in the series, because I mean, obviously, last year they went down 3-0, but yeah, I think it's good. It's good. They look. I mean, dude, McDavid and Draisaitl look like they're on. Like, obviously they're on a mission, but like they look like they're on a completely different level. It just in terms of last series to this series, they look like they're on a completely different level, which I think is awesome. I think it's fucking sick. These level 2s. Throw some level 2s on them. I think it was a super good game. Super good game. Carry these on the back. I know the boots I'm currently wearing are kind of low. On the boot clip, we still have some level 1s. Yeah, these are about 50%. I think what we're going to do is put these on. Offload those, and then we'll put these on the boot clip. And then can we...
By handing over excess materials to a
Can we
facility,
just
you can increase the amount stored on site.
recycle these boots?
Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has
super good
separate
game.
stores,
Really good
and
game.
that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.
I also think, I mean, obviously it's not the best game for Skinner, but I think it was a good game in terms of the fact that, you know, he kind of stood strong. He stood strong in a tough situation, and you know, after they went down 3-1, he kind of was like, I mean, obviously so, but after they went down 3-1, he locked the hell in. I think he played great. Nah, great might be an overstatement, but I think he played.
One more thing, Sam. A new delivery type has been added to the terminal.
I think he played
Your hard work
better than we've seen him play
because of that.
in
There's been
that
some talk of
situation.
offering a premium service. Now,
You know, they
it
go
might
down
seem like a
3-1.
hassle to
You know,
willingly take
in
on
most
extra
scenarios,
restrictions,
like
but
that's
if you
in my
succeed,
opinion, especially against a team
you'll
like
boost
Florida,
your
if they go down
record
3-1
even more.
like that, like
So, if someone
my
asks
faith
you
in
to
Skinner
deliver
is
within a time
borderline.
you could counter it by setting
running
the
on
limit
E.
even lower. Thereby
But
earning
I mean,
yourself
they go down
better
3-1, and he
evaluation if
stood
successful.
tall for the rest of the game.
Now, if you're feeling up for a challenge, give it a try.
That's another thing I was telling Bobby. I was just like, he has to be one of the most hit or miss goaltenders I think I've ever seen on a team that is consistently making deep runs in the playoffs. Weather station, distribution center. Just grab it all. It's not a lot of weight. Already have a ladder. Let's grab 2 of those. We'll grab 1 of those. Fuck. I think we'll be all right here. Rearrange. And we're good. Yeah, good game. Good game 1 out of Edmonton. Really sets the tone. Really sets the tone. I mean, not even in terms of like what happened last year, but like I think it's just always good in any playoff series, let alone the finals. You never want to be the team that starts off, you know, you never want to be the team that starts off chasing. So you don't want to go down 0-1 right away, you know? And I mean, Edmonton's a good team. Edmonton's a great team. Florida's a great team. I think it was honestly inevitable that we were going to see these two again. I mean, obviously I didn't pick them to be there. I was hoping Carolina would overcome the hump and finally get there, but yeah, unfortunately, that is not how that happened, but collect retrieve at Bravas. Cover chip engraved with mysterious symbol. Deliver the chip to the distribution center. Recover. Okay.
Amen. Taking a break from time to time.
That's where we're retrieving that. That's where we're delivering the cargo. Yeah. I still, and funny enough, again, it's gonna sound very disrespectful in terms of Florida, but I definitely didn't have Florida in the final. I had Edmonton, Carolina, but that was just
Okay.
my own personal bias. Private room. Oh, I was like, I didn't even remember where I was. I thought I was at like, okay, I thought I was here. I thought I was here at Lake Knot, but I'm not. I'm over here at South Lake Knot. Hard run. Mules. Okay, let's just set a marker here. And then... Cool. Hopefully I'm able to get this bike all the way over there. Which it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to, because this is a crevasse.
Okay, just a bit further now.
That, to me, looks like BT territory. Yeah, what's up, Inkseed? Sketchy as hell, ladder placement, but I fuck with it so crazy. Thank you for the ladder. Come back and give you a like in a moment. Pop this watchtower. Mules all over the place. All right. I'm assuming we have to go down in here. Let me pop the map one more time. I might want to just... kind of get over here and try and just make the delivery first. Which I think that's what yeah, I think we're gonna just try and make the delivery first. That way, if these mules give us any trouble, it won't cause us any cargo grievance.
Thanks for the help.
What up, Inks? Hell of a fucking game, huh, Inks? Go drop the cargo off. Navigate through this fucking horrible terrain. I'm gonna say we might not be able to get our bike all the way out there. I'm gonna try my best. I might have to ditch the bike at a certain point. I'm going through it over here. Appreciate you being on the Canada side of things, you know? Even if it's just because you hate Florida, which, I mean, it's a good reason to be on the Canada side of things, to be honest. Oh, nice. We're in fucking BT territory already. Nice. Ditch the bike here. Also like my boy with the rope here. Buddy, I see him. State, everyone in it and their hockey team? Yeah. I just think how funny would it be too is if Canada wins the Four Nations this year like they did, and then everybody was posting the meme of like, yeah, you guys won Canada won the Four Nations, but you haven't won the USA owns the Stanley Cup. How funny would it be if they win Four Nations and then they fucking come in and win a Canada team wins the Stanley Cup? I think it would be so fucking hilarious. And also that meme is so stupid in and of itself just because 50% of those teams that won the Cup were, not even 50%, pretty much all of those teams that won the Stanley Cup were, majority of them were Canadian players. We're good, we're out of BT zone. Good there. Did somebody mark that on the map either? No. I'm gonna mark that. Okay, so my C marker is BT zone. On our way back, we'll avoid the BT zone and we'll loop back around this way and we'll follow the wall to my bike. I feel for Ying though. Like I said, when I did my bracket. Oh, okay. When I did my bracket this year, I had you guys beating them. I thought it was finally the Hurricanes' time. They should have. Yeah, they should have. Should have for sure. Solid team this year we had, dude. Yeah, dude. And going into that series, fucking Freddie Anderson was looking so good. Good old Fred X, man. You guys' goaltending was looking so good going into that series, and then, like, I don't know what happened. It just fell apart. I don't know what you guys... I don't know what more you guys need to be able to, like, get over that hump either. Like, part of me just thinks it's, like, a mental block when you guys go up against Florida, especially how the last couple years have gone. Not even just up against Florida, like, has to be, like, a mental block with that team in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, they have to just be overthinking it and just being like, oh god, Eastern Conference Finals, here we go, we can't choke again, and then they get in their heads and they throw it away. I don't know. I will say this though, I mean, it's as shitty as it is to lose 3 straight years in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, I get the consistency to get there, you know? The consistency of you guys getting there 3 straight years is something, but it does suck that they haven't been able to push over that hump and get a win.
Delivering cargo.
Hello. Sam Bridges, right? We've been expecting you. Save a lot of lives.
Super solid team you guys had this year, though. And again, like I say it every time, I'll argue forever about that. Those Carolina home jerseys might be the best home jerseys in the league, besides the Seattle Kraken. All right, delivery's done.
Once you connect us to the network, we'll be able to share our measurements with everyone. You mind doing the honors?
I'm gonna get these guys on the network. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. We're making our way. We're making our way across the heart of America right now. Timefall shelter is good. There we go. BT zone marked there.
I'm sure they told you, but this weather station was built before the Death Stranding. Bridges 1 came and fixed it up. Unfortunately, we lost contact with our weather satellites a while back. Interference from chiral clouds. So it's been tough to measure chiralium levels and predict timefall. But thanks to you, this weather station can finally function as intended. You made our jobs easier. Now let us do the same for you. We won't let you down. I promise.
Gotta check the farm.
Take care.
Bet. You know, I'll be here. God, my
I see you
queen.
got the weather station back online. Excellent work, Sam. When a region is integrated into the chiral network, it's also brought closer to the beach, in a manner of speaking. There's a significant impact on chiralium levels, and measuring that impact is one of the Cupid's primary functions.
I would risk
The
it
more
all
we
for
know,
this
the
woman.
more accurately we can determine where to expect timefall and when. Without the chiral network, we'd be left guessing. Oh, and thanks to your latest accomplishment, you can now review the weather forecast via your cufflinks. Check your map. You'll see. Ought to come in handy when you're planning routes. I'll keep an eye on the chiral density from right here in my lab. It's not too far from South Knot City. Keep processing those
You need
orders
company in
and
that
put
lab?
that region on the grid soon enough. Good luck, Sam.
God, I love her.
Good work, Sam. That's one more site on the grid. Keep it up and we'll be finished before you know it. The weather station's forecast should be visible to everyone on the chiral network now. Yourself included. You can access them via your cufflinks. Could be useful when plotting your routes.
Check Shit.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
We've added a timefall shelter option to your PCC. They're perfect for keeping you and your cargo dry until the weather improves.
Nice. So, I don't know if it'll let me rearrange. Usually it'll.
Order assigned.
Weather should come.
Brother, shut up! I just heard all that. God, that guy is just a straight yapper, bro. All right, see what we got en route to here. Timefall. Damn, that's a lot farther than I thought it was going to be. Bike there. We could just trek down, like I said, and then grab the bike and go. I wonder if I can fabricate here.
Congratulations, Sam. Your PCC's leveled up, so to speak. It now has the capacity to produce more complex structures. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details.
Sam, I've added a safe house schematic to your PCC. It's a fairly large structure, so it'll take a lot of time and materials to build.
Got it.
Once complete, it's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Oh.
A floating carrier is a kind
Yes, I get it.
If one, just make sure.
Good lord. Okay, so I can't fabricate a bike here, but okay. Might just have to hoof it. It's not a terribly far distance. I mean, 1,500 meters. I mean, I guess kind of far.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
But is it worth it to just... I mean, if we go straight down, loop back. I mean, that's kind of a fucking... That's kind of a hike back, I mean. I don't even know if we'll be able to get it all the way through there. I mean, look, this terrain is not good for the bike in and of itself. I think from where we're at, we'll just shoot for getting down here and then here. Just trying to avoid as much of this terrain as possible. That's what we'll do. We'll regroup once we get down there.
Keep on keeping up.
Just got a Quali Uproar 7. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, brother. Appreciate the hype. Probably should have grabbed one of those PCCs just in case I need to actually get the Timefall shelter set up, but I think we'll be alright.
Predicting the weather is akin to predicting the future.
Some
animals have a kind of sixth sense that helps them to avoid danger, but we have something far.
Do we have any generators on the way? The generator there. Do we kind of reroute maybe to hit the generator? I think we do. I think we're going to cut across and hit the generator.
Or better, the ability to gather data and act accordingly. Only humans possess this power to plan ahead. We have the capacity to live each day
like this.
imagining what tomorrow.
Yo, what up, Lucas?
And our imagination
Evening is going great.
gave
Evening
rise
is
to
going
a
great.
rich,
Pretty decent
vibrant
hockey
culture.
game.
But
Florida loses the
somewhere
hockey
along the
game.
line, we
Apologies
lost
if you're
sight of
a
tomorrow.
Florida fan.
We reduced ourselves to
Yeah,
animals,
pretty decent evening.
focused only on the here and now.
Stayed home from work today because I felt like shit. But other than that, I mean, feeling a little better already. Feeling a little better. Hockey game was good. Now we're just gaming. Gaming on some Death Stranding. I'm having a great evening. How's yours going? How's yours going? Appreciate you being here. God, what a banger track. What a banger track for this journey. This game has some crazy vibey music. This is not going to be an easy. Up and around here. Alright, so our skeleton is fully depleted now. Battery wise. We're gonna have to hit that generator. Doing good. That's great to hear. I love that. The chill day. I love that. The older I get, is this like a weird phenomenon, or is this like kind of a thing with like everybody? The older I get, the more I keep like, especially when I don't do much like throughout a day. Like the older I get, I feel like I'm just getting older, and like I feel like I'm just letting, opportunities get away from me. Maybe that's just me getting older thing, but like I have crazy FOMO, like there's something out there I could be doing. But man, I appreciate and I love just a chill day. Just a day where it's like nothing's going on, or maybe you got stuff going on, but it's just like you're just going through it. It's not like an inconvenience, and you're just like vibing. I love a goddamn chill day. Looking into a PC right now. Let's go. Let's go. I keep it 10 toes on the idea that the day I finally committed and bought my first PC was one of the best days ever. You just don't like, I mean, maybe even just for me personally, I didn't realize how often I would use it. Like I use my PC more than I use my phone. And like not even just for gaming stuff, like communicating with people, like if motherfucker, like if my friends can't get a hold of me like through text or phone call, they usually like 9 times out of 10 they can pop into Discord and find me, or they can look on Steam and see that I'm playing something. No, I don't know anything about them. I know very little about them as well. Shout out Craddy. Craddy is my go-to source for anything PC related. Help me build the PC I'm using right now. Invest in a good GPU to streamer game. Yeah, but like the thing is with GPUs now too is like there's so many good ones out now. There's like I'm pretty sure there's the 50 series is out now, or it's coming out soon. But like I'm still running on a 2080. I'm still running on a 2080 right now, and it's working. I mean, obviously it's not as good as it could be, but it's still working just fine. And the fact that there's so many like good GPUs out right now, you can find like a decent 30 series for like a pretty decent price now. Am I in mule territory, like, actually? Am I actually in mule territory right now? This is a mule camp, isn't it? Oh, no. I might have just ran straight into the heart of a mule camp. No, they're over there. Yeah, they're over there. Oh my god, look at this guy, though, right in front of me. Cheaper and better, I think. I mean, yeah, like I want to upgrade the one I have right now. Like I said, I have a 2080 Ti or 2080 Super or something like that. And I want to upgrade it, but like I could probably get away with like a decent like a 3090. I could get away with a 3090 pretty decently, I bet. Throw the bola gun on here. That's not good. You piece of shit. Right around his neck. Oh, good shit. Start streaming again, but in PC? Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, you can get away with a pretty decently, like you'll probably be able to find one pretty cheap that'll like do the job for you. I've been running on this 2080 for a decent, like 5-6 years now almost, and it's served me good all through it. Yeah, y'all better stay in your lane. Stay in your goddamn fucking lane, pussies. Sure what my budget is yet. Yeah, that's the tough part is like, especially if you're not like really like knowledgeable. That's why I like, again, shout out Craddy. I don't know if Craddy's still in here lurking somewhere, but shout out Craddy, because if I didn't have Craddy to run things by, I probably would have gotten fleeced crazy. Yeah, you can spend about like, you could probably get a pretty solid one. There's some really good free builds out there that you can get for like 1,200 too, that are like really solid setups. I was at a Costco like a year ago, and they had like a pre-built PC there with like a 3060 in it for like $1,400. Around 800. 1100. That's probably not bad. That's probably not bad. The thing about PCs too that's cool is you can buy like, you can start off with like around that budget, the 800 to 1100 budget, and then you can spend 200-300 here and there and upgrade specific parts of it. Which is, I think, one of the more, I think that's what I like the most about the, like, having a PC and the ability to have a PC is, like, the freedom of, like, if I want to upgrade a specific aspect, I can just, but I can spend a couple hundred on a specific part. I don't have to completely buy a new system.
Let's have a look at that wheat you brought, shall we?
Well, LB, did you really bring us this much? How on earth did you manage?
I mean, you should have seen what I just went through out there. The mules were on me crazy. I didn't even know there was a mule camp right there. Yeah, 800 to 1100. I mean, you should be able to get something pretty decent for that. I mean, I haven't looked into current pricings of certain things, but I mean, you could probably get you could get easily a decent rig to stream and play games on. Unhealthy amount of time looking at PC things. I mean, honestly, that's honestly a good thing too, though. It's, I mean, you know, the more you look into and the more you like research and like knowledge yourself on, like before I bought my first PC, I knew absolutely nothing, and I'm not like gonna sit here and act like I know an incredible amount about PCs, but I know a lot more than I did beforehand. And like that, I think that's just attributed to the fact that I finally just like bought one, and then kept, you know, obviously kept looking into like different things. Buy just any camera? Does it have to be a good one? I don't think it has to be a good one. I mean, I have what was this one? Let me see. What's this one that I have? Oh. Yes, I have this is a Logitech Brio. Actually, let me. I'm clicking on all the wrong shit. Let me just mess with it for a second. Yeah, so this is a Logitech Brio. It's listed as like a 4K camera, but it's like $130 on Amazon, and it's literally just USB. You just plug it in, and it's like, I mean, it's listed as 4K. I only have it set to be 1080p 60 frames, and I mean, it looks good enough for me. I also haven't been using it as much lately, but that's just because I'm still rearranging my entire room. But I mean, there's decent options. I mean, before this, I had the same brand. It was a Logitech C922 or C920, something like that, and it was like a 720p 60 frame camera. And I mean, it was super clear. It looked good enough. I mean, I wasn't doing too much with face cam stuff. Like, I just had a face cam up, but like, you can find stuff that's like $70-$80 that's, you know, you just plug it in and it's good enough. The only reason I even bought this Logitech Brio, which again, it's listed as a 4K camera, my PC obviously isn't good enough to handle for like using it in 4K, so I just have it on 1080p 60 frames, and it's good enough for me. But the only reason I bought it is because I got it on like a Cyber Monday discount. It was like $80. But I mean, you could find something like a C920, which is I believe it's a 720p 60 frame. Or let's look at the C922 is a 1080p 60 frame webcam. They're $80 on Amazon. So I mean, you can find a decent enough camera. What's this one? I don't know what this brand is. It's but it's a C9 or C960 4K webcam for PC. $50. If you want to have a higher quality, there's a C9, the C922s, the C922X from Logitech, 1080p 60 frames, $100. Like, you can find a decent enough webcam for not something that's going to break your bank account. So yeah, I mean, there's not like I think having a good camera, like obviously you don't want a camera that's like super pixely or, you know, isn't very clear. But there's so many things you can find on like Amazon or like pretty much any like tech site that you could find a decent enough camera with good frames and good resolution for less than $100, less than $80 most of the time.
Think you can get us online?
I think a big thing too is like not really like not my personal opinion, obviously. I haven't been using my webcam a lot lately when I've been streaming. Just because I've been rearranging and like completely moving around my whole room, so like my background is all torn up and shit. So I haven't had my webcam on for that. But also sometimes like I just prefer sometimes to just take the webcam off. The no webcam vibes are just so crazy, especially in the summer when it's super hot and I can stream almost like borderline butt ass naked.
To help prevent that from happening again, we've upgraded your own car.
But I know a lot of people, specifically like spectator wise, like a lot of people like to, you know, sit in streams where they see people like a lot of people like to watch streams where there's a webcam.
Timing is everything, though.
But it's not like make or break. Just for something to stream daily or game. Yeah, it doesn't need to be like you don't need to have like 4K perfect resolution, like 120 frame rate. Like, as long as you have something, it should be fine. As long as it's, like I said, as long as it's not like just super blurry and pixelated. It's not like my hockey goalie gear, that's why it should cover most of it or all of it. Yeah, no. Shout out my goalies too.
Thank you.
Shout out my goalie fam too.
Start really using timefall to our advantage. Our farm will be
I myself, in my limited hockey experience, have always been a goalie.
Without the ability to predict timefall, the results have been less than stellar.
I played hockey in college though, roller hockey.
So we had a reasonable idea of when to plant and when to harvest.
Collegiate roller hockey goalie.
But then the terrorists went and threw everything out of whack. Too many dead, too many craters.
Which people want to talk shit about, but the words college and hockey are in that same sentence. I say that all the time.
Thank goodness.
I played college hockey, and everybody's always like, you played college roller hockey? And it's like, you said college and hockey.
Whole swaths of land. We'll continue our genetic research.
$1,400, $1,500 for the gear. Yeah, that gear is not cheap. You should, even if it's used, you should be able to get at least a decent amount.
Maybe we'll even stumble into
And honestly, even at that, if you can get like at bare minimum, if you can get like, say you get like 800, 900 for the gear, you could hold off on purchasing a PC and you could save up like another 4 or 5, have like a $1,200, $1,300 budget saved up, and then you would easily be able to find if not a decent pre-built, you'd still be able to drop some good good money on a decent
New
PC.
order available. Please access
A decent
delivery
PC
terminal
with
for
decent
further
enough
information.
equipment to easily stream. And even then too, like if you just like, it doesn't even have to be like your final setup. You could get something for like $1,200 and then upgrade it. You know, save up some money, like get started. Spend like $1,200 on a setup, get started streaming, and then as you save up money, like down the road, you could always upgrade parts. Gonna pay $14.15. I think $14.15 is like I think your original budget of 8 to 11 is like very good, super good, very very solid for like a good PC. But yeah, I mean, if you want, if like going up to the, like the 14.15 is like that, like that would just be like how do I want to say this? 14.15 would get you like a perfect setup. A perfect setup for you to like start streaming, you know, and gaming, and like it would get you there. You'd have a really reliable, good setup, and then you could upgrade it down the road. But I still think, like I said, the 800 to 1100 is such a good budget to have, because they're, like I said, dude, you could probably find a pre-built somewhere with like a decent like 3060 GPU, and you could probably find it for like around like 900 $1,000. Wherever the wind takes me. Yeah, no, I think you have a solid footing on like a good budget. I don't think it would be a bad thing if you waited and saved up like 14, 15 to spend. But if you're like me and you're sort of impatient or borderline impulsive, if you get to that like 800, 1100 range and you want to do it, I mean, you could find something easy. I know someone's selling one for 1,300. That's insane. That's insane. That would be such a good starter. I just bought my son his first PC, and I got it from one of my buddies. And it's on in no bullshit. I think it's a better PC than what I have currently.
Enough already.
Just because A, it's newer, and B, it's like Aaron knows so much about PCs and like putting them together. So like he built a really solid rig. He was always pulling more frames than me on Call of Duty too, and I got that for $1,000. So and I think his total, he gave me like a breakdown of the total price. I think he spent about 13 on it, and then he gave it to me for $1,000. So you could easily find something for that budget. Or if you go and get that one from that person you know selling it for 1,300, I think it'd be solid. This guy's overselling it. That's also kind of what you want to check out too. Especially if you don't know much, you definitely want to check in with somebody who does know and just make sure, because yeah, some people benefit off the fact that most people don't know a lot about PCs. So they'll oversell like that. Which is, it's tragic, but I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's the way it goes. It's sad, but you know, some people are just trying to get their one up, you know, get their quick cash. Yeah, which is cool too. And again, shout out Craddy, because I didn't know shit about PCs until, you know, he educated me on certain things, and I've been looking into certain things since I got one. Which was super dope when I bought my buddy's PC, like I was saying, for my kid. I was able to look at it and discern, like, hey, this is a good price. $1,000's a good price for this. I'm willing to pay for this. It'll be a good PC for him. Isn't there like a 4-digit number that tells you about the PC itself, if it's good or not? I haven't, not to my knowledge, but again, I know little. I know very, very little I'm kind of in the same ballpark as you, where I don't know much. Like, if I saw the specs, and like all the parts that were within it, I could probably discern whether it was good or not. But again, like I said, I don't want to sit here and act like I'm some expert either. Like, I know very little, but I, in my opinion, I know just enough to have a decent understanding. But I still don't know. I still don't know enough to say to call myself an expert. I've never heard of the 4-digit number though. Unless it's just not registering in my brain, because my brain is Velveeta cheese. I think my brother just got back with his Switch too. Where am I going? New orders for me here. What am I doing with this? PlayStation's turning into a jet. Dude. I remember those days. When I first started streaming, I was streaming directly off of my PS4. And I was just using that internal feature to stream directly to YouTube through the PS4. And that was the PS4 I had was an original PS4 off that I got from the original pre-orders when those were coming out. So by that time, it was like probably, I want to say like 3-4 years old. And yeah, that thing was humming every time I was streaming, especially when I was playing Call of Duty. That thing was screaming at me. I feel that's so crazy. What am I doing? What is this for? Oh, okay, this is where I need to recover. Okay, this is the recovery of the chip. And this is where I need to deliver the recovery of the chip. Oh, okay. We're going to go there. Need to check here. I did buy the PC, but I'm going to school next year. Yeah. Yeah. You're going out of state, I assume. Do I ship the PC or yeah? See, and I'm so sketchy about that. I'd be so sketched about that. There's that, yeah. I don't know. It depends on how you're getting there. If you're flying there, I would say, I don't know. I don't know if dude, I'm so paranoid. I don't know if I would ship it. But if you're driving there, then I would just, pack it up and take it with you. But like, yeah, there's no way you can pack it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I know that, like, I know that they're, like, when you ship stuff like that, like, there's obviously, like, steps you can take for them to, like, be very careful with it. But, like, I'm still so paranoid about that, I would have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, the shipping thing fucking sketches me out so much. Because like, what if they do fuck it up? Like, that's just like, it's such a fucking risk I'm not willing to take. I'm Paul Shelter right here.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
What can I do with the structure menu? Dismantle the structure? I'm not gonna dismantle my guy's structure. Pass time in the timefall shelter? Oh, I can wait out the rain.
I don't think this rain's gonna stop.
Okay, maybe I can't. The plan will fall into place somewhere. Yeah, that's a good mindset to have. That's a better mindset than I usually have. I usually always plan for worst case scenario and then build around that. Dude, yeah, we gotta go fucking far. We're gonna try and get up to here. Climbing anchor. Keep that marker there. Wait, no, I'm gonna leave that there. Up to here. We'll cut across, and I think we're gonna just try and get back to the bike. I think that's the plan. Just try and get back to the bike. In the high school days, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of rough. It's always like, yeah, it sucks when you have like homies that like you wish you kept in contact, especially in terms of like this. Like I got lucky as shit because I had fucking me and Karate never really fell out of touch, and that motherfucker's a genius when it comes to PCs. I'd be completely lost. I'd probably still be streaming through my PlayStation without that guy. Fun dudes in that. Oh yeah, if you're there for welding, there's a very, very good percentage of chance that there's going to be at least one of them is into like PCs and stuff.
That was close.
We know how those welders get down. Brother, fuck it. Is this guy drunk?
Yeah.
Very gradual descent here. Don't think this bridge. Oh no, yeah, we have to. We're heading to this bridge. No, yeah, you should be able to find at least one person there that is like at least like knowledgeable about PCs. Dream jobs work for Mario right now. Let's go. I fuck with that. Dude, this fucking skeleton that I have on dies so fast. Sifu can't wait out the rain, bro. What kind of weed supplier in his cooking class?
Damn rain won't quit.
That's the final boss right there. That's the stoner final boss, is the dude who just will fucking... That guy will get lit up like Snoop Dogg and then get in the fucking kitchen and he turns into Gordon Ramsay. That's how I used to feel when I would get when I get high as hell and I'd make toast. I'd be eating the toast, fucking talking about it like I'm on Top Chef. Like, dude, you see, the thing is like the white bread, it just complements the butter so well. We're gonna have to go up, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna have to go up here. Up here. Dude, we have such a trek back to this fucking bike. Holy fuck. Go up here. We'll just keep following this little ridge line here. Will you get a fucking hold of yourself, Sam?
With the skin on my teeth.
That's also the good thing too, though. Like, with not knowing a lot about PCs, most of the time you can look a bunch. Like, there's a lot of good shit you can look up on YouTube. Like, if Scratty doesn't respond to me or something, and I have a question about something, I usually just YouTube certain stuff, and there's so much shit you can find on YouTube. I swear to God, I'm a firm believer in hopeful graduate of YouTube University. We have to keep going up. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. We might. We can get up here. I have a ladder with me too. So that's pretty good. The only thing with YouTube that, like, information-wise, kind of like. Sam, you're gonna piss me off, man. It's hard for me specifically, like, to find somebody on YouTube that, like, understands what I'm looking for, like, and understands the question that I'm looking to have answered, but also is able to answer it in a way that my fucking pea-brain can understand. Sam? Who knows what you want or want there? Yeah. And then just, like, conveying it to me in a way that is understandable.
That's okay. It's alright.
What's with the baby? How do I explain this? Because I'm still not completely... Yeah, that's a great question, actually. How do I explain that? You'd think I would know. You think I would know by now? I'm fucking over 10 hours into the game. So they're like they're an unborn fetus, obviously, and they come from like this still mother, and they're used as like an equipment, and they give the user of them the ability to sense the like ghost type things. So there's these dead entities called BTs, and they're like these ghost-like beings, and they fuck you up crazy. And you, like, when you connect to the baby, the babies, the specific like bridge babies, I think is what the BB stands for. They give you this like ability to sense them when they're around. So yeah, if you're going out on travels like this, there's like certain areas where there's BTs like heavy, and if you don't have a bridge baby, you won't be able to sense them, and they'll fuck you up crazy. They'll basically kill you, and if they kill you, they cause this thing called a void out, which is basically like a little nuke goes off and destroys an area of the map. So yeah, it basically just gives you the ability to sense when those are around, and gives you an advantage. It gives you a slight advantage to avoid them. Okay, so we're gonna have to retrek here because I'm not gonna be able to get up this way. Yeah, there's this little guy. It's honestly probably good that this kid won't grow up into being like a normal person, because god damn that forehead, man. That forehead would not survive grade school.
Keep it together.
Big ass forehead, bro. Oh my god, this kid would get cooked. Sounds interesting. It's interesting for sure. It's very interesting for sure. That's also like, you can't kill anyone in the game. Well, I mean, you can. So you can kill anybody in the game, but you don't want to kill anybody, because if there's a dead body, there's a 48-hour period after somebody dies where the body, after 48 hours, it goes into necrosis, where the BTs basically like reclaim the body or something like that, something along those lines. Basically, the body converts into a BT, and it can cause one of those void out moments where a little mini nuke goes off, which is bad, very bad. So like all the weapons that I'm carrying, I haven't found any lethal weapons yet, but I don't think even if I had lethal weapons, I would carry them, because if I killed, like, when I ran into those mules earlier, and they were like chasing me down, if I would have killed one of them, there's two options. I can leave the body and let it go void and have that fuck everything up. Basically, a little explosion will go off, and it can basically destroy anything in the surrounding area. Or I have to take that dead body up to a furnace and burn it before it goes into necrosis. So, like, if I kill somebody in the middle of a fucking mission, I have to then completely veer off of that mission to take the body to a furnace. Or to a tar pit. And I basically have to dispose of the body, or a nuke goes off. Which, again, that's a very, very, very broad and probably not a completely accurate assessment, but that's what I gather. It's the best game you played this year so far? Fuck, this year. I haven't caught up on much of the games that have came out this year. The Silent Hill 2 remake was phenomenal. Just in terms of games I haven't played this year, that I haven't played before that I played this year, the Silent Hill 2 remake was incredible. Resident Evil 4 remake, I played that this year. That was incredible. The Guardians of the Galaxy game came out of nowhere and was just unbelievably good for no reason. I was watching my brother play through Clair Obscur, which came out this year. Sam! And that Clair Obscur looks fucking incredible. Doom the Dark Ages was fun. I don't think it was that mind-blowing. If you've played a Doom game before, it was kind of the same thing. but I did enjoy it. I played Doom Eternal this year for the first time, recently actually. That game was fucking insanely good. That is probably, out of the couple Doom games I just recently played through, Doom Eternal was easily the best one in my opinion. Alan Wake 2 was fucking incredible. I've been doing a like playthrough series, which is what this is right now. Death Stranding is one of the games on my list of my playthrough series, which is basically just a bunch of games that I've either never played before or games that I haven't played in a while that I'm revisiting. So I've never, like Death Stranding, I've never played this game before. It's the first time I've ever experienced it. It's been incredible so far. Yeah, I have a huge list of games that I've been running through. Damn, my bike is still so far away. We're close though. Yeah, this is like the Death Stranding is the second to last game in like the first part of this playthrough series that I've been doing. And then I also have the Indiana Jones game that I'm playing through that came out either this year or last year. I can't remember for sure. And those are like the last two games in this first part of the playthrough series I'm doing. And then part 2 is going to be a bunch of games that I'm revisiting. Basically some of my favorite games of all time. Which Halo game is the best in your opinion? 3. I think 3. I think I'm solid on 3. But I also probably would argue that as much as I think 3 is the best, I could probably also argue that 2 is the best. I think 3 and 2 are on the same level. 3 and 2 and then probably Reach. Hang in there, baby. I know. Stuck on Reach in 3. Yeah, I think 3 not only just because of the story of it, but also like I'm a big competitive esports guy. And 3 was, I remember 3 was like one of my favorite Halo esports years. 3 was incredible. I think Halo 5 had a really good esports year too, but I don't think 5 was that great of a Halo game in general. But yeah, Reach in 3, I would agree. Reach in 3. Okay, right around this. I swear to God, this guy is hammered. But I also think 2 is really good. I think Halo 2 is also really good from a story standpoint and a competitive standpoint. God damn, the bike got torn up in the rain. Okay, so we're back to the bike now. Holy fuck, okay. Dude, I haven't gotten shit done today in this game. Which game that came out that died really quick but deserved more life? I think recency bias would have me say X-Defiant. Yeah, probably X-Defiant for sure. I think X-Defiant was so cool in concept and like had a really good like foundation, but they just didn't fix enough of the things that were wrong with it quick enough, which I think hurt the game in the long run. Like the desync was terrible in that game. There was such bad desync in that game. You would die around corners all the time. But I think the X-Defiant maps were really good. everything about that game was like really well done, in my opinion. Other than that fucking spider specialist thing, that shit was annoying as fuck. Yeah, I think X Defiant just it just fell apart. I think it had a really good like potential. It just, yeah, they dropped the ball on it. That, and I could argue also Helldivers 2, but Helldivers 2 I think Helldivers 2 is still very good. Especially with these like recent updates they've been doing, like that game is still fun. Granted, I only went back and played it one time since the recent updates, but it's definitely a game that I have been keeping in my rotation. And I don't think Helldivers 2 really died that much. Like, obviously their player count definitely fell off, but I don't think it died per se. I think it just... You ever played Sly? I love me some damn Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper, actually, funny enough, that original Sly Cooper trilogy is part of my playthrough series part 2. Funny enough. Playing that game as a kid, yeah. The Sly Cooper games walked so that Assassin's Creed could run. The hell's in my mouth? Stand the fuck up, Sam. We gotta get going, man. Sly can take down the Brotherhood. I would believe it. I'd believe every second of it. Is this even like... This is just a side mission. Okay, we're gonna leave that. We're just gonna go back here. I'm getting too hung up on this side mission. I got things to do. God damn, did I really get this far over here already? I actually can't. I can't wait to get to those Sly Cooper games. Oh my god. The part 2 of this playthrough series that I'm doing is going to be so much fun. It's so many games that I love wholeheartedly. And also, if anybody has any suggestions for... I'm still building the list for part 3 of the playthrough series, so if anybody has suggestions of games they want to see me play for part 3, feel free to send them through, because I'm sort of at a loss with what else to throw on that list.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridge
Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked
They
until
want me to go all the way back to Lake Knot. I'm actually not that far away, though. Wait, no, this region's better. Wait, I'm here.
Sam Porter Bridges.
Dude, I'm tripping. Shut down the production. There's no players. Oh, yeah. What the hell was that called? That was like that Shroud game, wasn't it? Isn't that was the game that like Shroud was working on, isn't it? I remember that. It was like the tactical shooter where you could switch to like, switch between yourself and a clone. All right, we're focusing main story stuff. I'm gonna give the side missions a rest here for a second. I'm just gonna focus on main mission stuff.
Sam, sometimes other porters will return their...
Sick. Drop them. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people were playing that. I never got to actually try it out myself though.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
I have a tendency to miss out on shit like that a lot though. I'm not even doing it. I'm not even fixing it. Didn't find it interesting or eye-catching. Yeah, it was a cool concept. I think that's what it was. I think that's really all it was. The gameplay that I saw, it looked decent enough. It didn't look like anything I hadn't seen before in that respect, but it was a cool concept.
Your client used to work in comms as a repairman. Could fix anything, from simple wireless terminals to integral parts of the civic network. He was a good man. A pleasure to deal with.
Oh my god, that is a fucking hike. Dude, and this terrain is just awful for this bike. Just gonna try and avoid this mule camp. More better games. Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of that stuff ends up for me.
But after the attack near South Knot City, he changed. Not that I blame him. We gave him plenty of reason to distrust us.
Actually, let me take this bike too and park this by the generator. Why not? I'm probably not gonna take the bike all the way out here, but
Weapons restrictions lifted.
foot. No, this terrain is just not gonna be. The terrain is just not gonna be suitable for the bike. We're just gonna have to hook it. I'm gonna try and get around this fucking mule camp. I don't need to be dealing with those guys anymore. We already had our fun today with them. Slow the fuck down, man. It's not the terrain to be fucking going wild on like that. Keep flanking around. This guy Inkseed ever come back from the farm? Ink, where you at? Mark 3, another nostalgic game.
You there?
And back of the day.
Wants you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was a big midnight release guy. I remember when Black Ops 2 came out, there was like, they had like a station set up where you could like play. You could like do 1v1s against people. Like if you were the next two people in line, or like if you're at a certain point in the line. I don't think if you were the next two. It wasn't at the front of the line. But it was like at a certain point throughout the line, you could like, they had like a station set up where you could do like private match 1v1s against people. Yeah, I remember just running people's pockets. I mean, obviously I wasn't actually running their pockets, but I remember just smoking people left and right in that. But that was like when I was in the like peak of my competitive Call of Duty playing days. Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts, like pretty much everything that came out since COD 4. The testing games with TVs, yeah. Back in the golden days before people were pieces of shit and ruined it for everybody with their fucking sticky fingers. Alright, yeah, we're gonna cut across. Those were some golden days. Those were some golden days. It's sad that we'll probably never have like any sort of like Call of Duty specifically. We'll never have any sort of Call of Duty that's like that again. And digital downloads have kind of killed midnight releases, but I mean, I'm a big digital guy. I don't like if I don't have to leave my house, I'm not going to. I love a damn midnight release though, but the fact that I can pre-order a digital copy and then I can be on the game at 8 p.m. since the time zone I'm in is so far behind. I can digitally pre-order a game and have it downloaded, and I can be on the game at 8 p.m. the night before, which is technically East Coast midnight. Like, I'm gonna do that every time. Sticky fingers? Yeah, these motherfuckers, I swear. That, or just like, not only just that, like, it's gotta be a sickness thing too. Like, those things could not have been clean. Yeah, and we're in BT zone. Great. Which COD got the most hate? World War II got a lot of hate. I remember World War II got a lot of hate, and I don't understand why that game got hate. I love that game. Ghost got a lot of hate, but I think Ghost... I think Ghost got a lot of hate. I don't think it got the most hate, though. BT territory. Yeah, World War II, I think, got way too much hate. Cold War got a lot of hate, which I don't think Cold War deserved a lot of hate. AW did get a lot of hate, and I was a part of that crowd that hated it. But as much as I was a part of the crowd that hated on AW when it came out, I also am a part of the crowd now that wishes they would have played it more. I am a pickle here. Vanguard, I think Vanguard deserved every ounce of hate that it got. To be honest. I think Vanguard deserved every single shred of hate that it received. Never played it? You did not miss a single thing in your life. You did not miss a single thing. Granted, I will say, Vanguard had some really fun gunplay. The guns felt really good in Vanguard. Movement felt really good. Why do you think it got hate? Nothing new. Not that it was nothing new. I think... Dude. There's so many things I could say about that game and why it got hate. Why are we, like, why are we still going back to, you know, why are we still going back to the World War era of wooden guns? Like, when everybody was begging for, like, a more modern game, we went back to World War II. They gave us good movement. The movement was solid in that game, I'll say. The gunplay was great. But all the guns looked ugly as hell. The camos were horrendous. The camos were so bad. The spawns were terrible. Those maps were fucking horrid. There is not a single map on Vanguard that I would say is a good map. But, like, oh my god. The only thing cool that came out of Vanguard was the like, I don't even remember what they called it, but like the ability to change like any game mode that you're playing into like a 16v16. I think COD 2019 was pretty damn good. My opinion on Call of Duty 2019 is so... I have a very, very unique opinion on that game. I think that game was terrible in terms of that's where I feel like Call of Duty started to really downfall. Like, that game was literally just... That whole game was just created for Warzone. That whole game was just created for Warzone. Oh, I fucked up crazy. I didn't even realize I fucked up. I should have cut across way before I was even in that BT zone. I think that game was... Like, that game introduced squad spawns. Squad spawns have always been terrible. those maps, again, the maps in that game were awful. They were awful. The only thing about Modern Warfare 2019 that I think was good is that the guns were great, the guns felt great, gunplay felt amazing, and the movement was smooth as hell. You think they're milking COD by releasing so much? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and the thing is they're not only are they milking it, they're completely ignoring everything that they hear from their community because they know they can do whatever they want and will buy it anyway. Dude, am I gonna have to go out? I'm gonna have to go back out and wrap back around. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. They always had bugs in the game. Yeah, and well, it's the thing is too, is like bugs are one thing, but like it's the fact that like you have bugs and you know about the bugs and you just don't fix them. Or you fix them, but it takes you 3 months to fix them. Or you do something that's just completely absurd, like launching that game without a mini-map. And then when there's obvious public disdain for the fact that there's no mini-map in multiplayer anymore, you're like, oh, okay, fine. And you put a mini-map in the game, but then it still doesn't work like the mini-map is supposed to work. People shooting without suppressors still aren't pinging on the mini-map. And then you add the doors and the doors shit was fucking terrible. And then you have your developers come out and say that they built the map specifically for new players to have safe spaces to go to and sit there and camp and oh yeah, you guys can, we want our players to feel comfortable and, and included in the fact that, they can sit here and have a safe space and then they'll get a kill every now and then, but we want to have places for them to hide and get comfortable. And then you make the time to kill super low so that newer, less skilled players can get kills easier. They basically just alienated their entire, core audience for the sake of trying to ensnare new players into a system that is completely opposite of what the core players fell in love with to begin with. Yeah, you just completely alienated your entire core audience because you wanted newer, less skilled players to be on the same level. That's also, I think, could be argued when the skill-based matchmaking in multiplayer got so abysmal because they wanted lower skilled players to only match up with lower skilled players, which in the long run is not going to help them improve at the game at all. You integrated the game into PC that year with no good anti-cheat, so cheaters were just running amok in crossplay. But on the other side of it, my opinion on Modern Warfare 2019, I did have a lot of fun that year, and I did make some of my favorite content that year. And it was during COVID, too, so, we were all quarantined in the house. All the boys were on all day long. I was streaming for 17 to 18 hours a day. Having a fucking blast. But the game itself, I think, was just bad. The amount of fun that I had during that game does not negate the fact that I think the game is just overall bad. Also, they had 5v5 competitive, which is just terrible. It's terrible. I thought 5v5 competitive was awful in Black Ops 4, too. I think if Black Ops 4's competitive was 4v4, it'd be one of the best competitive games we had in the history of competitive Call of Duty. Fortnite kind of ruined games in general as well. Yeah. Yeah, everybody did kind of get, like, jump on the Battle Royale train. And me personally, I've never been a fan of Battle Royale in general. The only Battle Royale I have ever had any fun on... that's not right to say. The only Battle Royale I've ever, like, legitimately enjoyed playing every day for multiple hours was H1Z1. And that's the only time I've ever, like, legitimately wanted to play a Battle Royale before. Like, I've had fun on Warzone every now and then with friends, or Blackout when Blackout was out. I had fun on that. You know, the eventual, like, the occasional, like, PUBG. You know, when Fortnite first came out, I had fun on that too. But, like, I've never wanted to play Battle Royale before. Like, Battle Royale is just not my type of game. I just don't think it's fun. But yeah, it definitely, 100% it's a business thing. And that's kind of where I think Call of Duty has been falling apart. Is that they... And I mean, and not to say that they're completely wrong in that, but, like, they just treat it too much like it's a business. Like, all they care about is... You know, all they care about is boosting player numbers so that they can show it to shareholders and they can get more money. They don't care about if the game's fun. They don't care about the state of the game.
Too close.
They just know that there's no competition out there in the FPS world, and they can do whatever they want because people will buy it anyway. Just starts to get boring in a way for me personally. Yeah, no. Call of Duty, and I love Call of Duty to death. Call of Duty has always been my favorite game. It's a franchise I've spent most of my life with. I've been playing Call of Duty since the first one came out in 2003. Dedicated over 20 years of my life to the game. And it's just sad. It's sad to see what it's come to. Especially after that, like, golden era from, like, COD 4 all the way up to Ghosts. Like, it was definitively the best game. Every year, the game was super fun, super good. I loved it every year. And now it's just, like, they just don't care anymore. They just do not care anymore. And it's sad, because the games just aren't fun to play anymore. And that's kind of why, like, I started this whole playthrough series in the first place, is, like, I just wasn't having fun getting on Call of Duty anymore. Like, I used to try and stream every day if I could, but it just got to a point where I was like, I can't force myself to get on Call of Duty anymore and try and pretend like I'm having fun. Now, also, granted, on top of that, I still do play Call of Duty every now and then with friends, and I do still enjoy it in moderation. It's not a game I could get on every day anymore. But I still do have fun playing it. And I still do occasionally hop on every now and then. But if I'm streaming Call of Duty, or if anybody wants to catch a COD stream, I stream Call of Duty. Anything multiplayer I stream over on my Twitch. So if anybody wants to catch some COD streams here and there, pop over and drop a follow on Twitch.
I guess. It's good to see you're doing your job.
I don't know when I'll be live over there playing Call of Duty again. I mean, I'm assuming it won't, and, like, not to say that it's not going to be, that it's going to be like months before I do that, but yeah, committed to grinding through the playthrough series right now. I really just want to grind through Death Stranding in general.
You say will convince me otherwise. So take your Cupid
but
and fuck off.
Yeah, there could be a random COD stream here in the next couple days.
Well, okay then.
If Inkseed begs me hard enough, even though he's not here. He went to the farm and ditched me.
What really happened to that woman in the hologram? He seems to think she died in the attack. but we checked South Knot City's records, and there's no death certificate for a woman matching her description. Which is why I asked Fragile to look into it.
You tell me this guy just doesn't look like he's
I
evil?
was looking through my old client database on the off chance I might find our mystery woman. And wouldn't you know it, a pretty close match popped up. Facial and voice. She's still alive. Our junk dealer's grieving for nothing. I doubt he'll take our word for it, though. Hang on. He just posted another order. Probably just trying to push our buttons. May as well check the delivery terminal and see what he wants.
Also, if you guys want to see COD, I have a bunch of COD videos up on the channel. There's also a lot of COD streams up. Like old COD VOD streams up from the last year that are up there. If you guys want to check out some COD, there's some good COD videos up on the YouTube. So definitely check those out if you guys are into some COD gameplay. Sam, you gonna die on me here, man? Also, check out the Team Go YouTube if anybody is into like Call of Duty montages and shit. We got Team Go's got a bunch of montages up on the Team Go YouTube. Shout out Team Go. Best team I ever been in. Okay, I don't have any more of these. Where am I going? I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Oh, there. Okay, I have orders here. Never mind. I don't need to go anywhere. I have orders here. Oh yeah, send me straight into the heart of the BTs, man. Destroyed. Offload that. Wait, what the hell? Put on. These are what I want to offload. I'm just going to offload all of this and recycle it, and then I'll just get more. I'll just get more. I'll just fabricate more really quick.
Order assigned.
Wait, what's still on my back? Can't fabricate anything because they're not, and I can't fucking... Yeah, okay. Shit! That fucks my whole plan. Think it's GTA 6? Think they're doing something way different? I don't know. I never know. I never know with those guys. I think in terms of Red Dead Redemption 2, if they're going to build off of, like, how Red Dead Redemption 2 was, I think that they're going to be in... I think it's going to be a cool game. I think it could be a cool game. I think it was inevitable that it got delayed, though, too. When they delayed it, I was not surprised.
That's right. Let's just sit here for a second.
But I think GTA 6 will be cool. I don't know. You never know, man. You never know with those. I was never big on GTA 5 online either, but I think I had a good time playing through the single player portion of GTA, so yeah. You just never know. I think either way it'll be a cool game. By making lobbies, yeah. Yeah, once GTA 6, like especially once the RP servers come up for that, it's gonna be insane. Sorry, chat, give me 1 second here.
Okay. Move your butt.
Leave the characters from 5 out or make a surprise appearance. I think it would be cool if they made a surprise appearance. I don't know how they would integrate it, though. Holy fucking stick drift. Thank God I wasn't on a cliff. You do so much with the old characters right now. They could. I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool, like, if they're just, like... if they're just out in the world. Like, I don't know... I'm not super knowledgeable about how close Vice City is to Los Santos. I don't pay attention to GTA enough to know that. Like, I've played pretty much every GTA throughout my life, but I don't like pay attention enough, you know? But I don't know how close they are, but it would be cool if they were just like if you could go get missions from them, if they were just like NPCs and you could go get missions from them. And that'd be cool as fuck. Let's go into the heart of BT territory here. God, my phone is tripping right now. Oh, I'm sick to my fucking stomach. Honestly, fuck it. Okay. Worst movie that dropped this year or last year? Didn't Madam Web come out last year? That's my answer. Madam Web. Everybody was cooking Snow White. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. from what it seems like though, and from like the interviews I saw, it seems like that lady did as much as she could to destroy that movie before it even came out. That's still that. Damn, I have to go into the heart of this BT territory.
Just had to give yourself a challenge, huh?
What do we do here? Rated the worst movie ever, I think. Seeing that, I feel like that checks out. You watch YouTube in general? Yeah, I watch more YouTube and Twitch probably than anything else. Except for like sports, obviously. I think sports is really the only thing I watch that's on TV. Other than that, it's just whatever shows I'm watching that are streaming, or yeah, I don't watch TV much outside of like streaming and like shows that are streaming, like streaming services and shit like that. Like I keep up on like certain new shows if they're like stuff that I like, but yeah, I watch more YouTube and Twitch than anything. Still stop by Vanoss channel, but mostly cop related. Yeah. Vanoss crew back in the day used to be fucking peak. That shit used to be so funny. Okay. Unfortunately, I think that's where I have to end this here, chat. I have to end this here. It's already 10 o'clock. I got another late start today. But I forgot that the Stanley Cup Finals started today, and then that game went to overtime, so I didn't. I should have started the stream before the game ended, but I tried to ride the game out. So I think we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here. I'll be back again tomorrow with this. Tomorrow's Thursday. We might do a two-part stream tomorrow, though. We're gonna definitely start with this. I should be home from work at around like 9:30 Eastern time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna go live. I'll be on. We're gonna put a couple hours into Death Stranding, and then I think we're gonna put a couple hours into Death Stranding, and then I think towards the end of the night we'll swap over, and I think if Inkseed's still up and still down for it, we'll put a couple hours of COD in with Inkseed, or we'll flip that and we'll put a couple hours of COD in with Inkseed, and then we'll finish the night playing a couple hours of Death Stranding. I work from home Friday either way, so we're definitely we'll be on a little later tomorrow, if anything. So, but yeah, it's already 10 o'clock. I have to go into the office tomorrow, so if I keep getting sucked into this, I'll stay up way too late. Yeah, shout out Lucas, appreciate you, man. Hopefully keep me updated on the PC journey, man. Yeah, appreciate everybody for hanging out. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll either start on Twitch playing COD with Inkseed, or we'll start here and then switch over. Either way, if you're following on both, you got the noties on. You'll see me somewhere. Dude, my brain is so fried. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow for sure, chat. Either, like I said, starting here on YouTube, or we'll either start here on YouTube or we'll end here on YouTube. If not, we'll be on Twitch. So if you guys aren't following the Twitch, twitch.tv/gooms, GOOMS, drop a follow. Like I said, we'll either start on YouTube tomorrow, or we'll be starting up on Twitch. Either way, we're gonna do 2 streams tomorrow. will be on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow. There will be a stream up on both. So if you miss one, you can catch the other. But appreciate everybody for hanging out. I will catch you guys tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, we're just gonna keep grinding out the playthrough series. But Inksy did say he wanted to play some COD today, and I kind of low-key kind of blew him off and told him I was gonna play this instead. But we'll definitely be live tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. I will catch you guys either in the Twitch chat tomorrow or the YouTube chat tomorrow, or both. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Love you guys. Stay gold, stay beautiful, all day at shit, and I will catch you guys in the next one.